So next, speaking out about continuing on this great opportunities, we're going to hear from Joanne Zhao from Gowanus Canal Conservancy, who's the youth stewardship and nursery manager there. Go ahead, Joanne.
Hi, everybody. I literally logged in 2 minutes ago, so I'm going to start sharing my screen. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right, great. Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Joanne Zhao. I am the youth stewardship and nursery manager. I was actually recently appointed the manager for our native species plant nursery, so that's very exciting. I was asked by Amy, who's on my team, to come today and talk about Green Team. We focus on different topics beyond just great infrastructure and recruitment. So I want to just talk a little bit about both of those and what the program is about. So who is Green Team? Green Team is a small group of youth apprentices, and every year we grow just like about a member or two. I can show you a picture of my babies right here from 2020, and we're trying to expand the program. So far, it's an 8-member youth apprenticeship for environmental stewardship apprenticeship, and it's paid, and it's a 3-month program, and it's very part-time. And how I got into this position is that in 2019, I joined the organization, and I was tasked with running the Green Team program, basically. And when I came on, so I actually grew up in Sunset Park, Brooklyn, and I still live here. My whole family is here. I made it like my mission to actually hire youth who reflect the community that we're working in Gowanus. And I made it like a point to say that most of our team should comprise of NYCHA residents, high schoolers, because growing up in Brooklyn myself, I really wish I had a program like Green Team to participate in because it gives you so much more. It's just like exposure and insight into what this field can offer, right? Like I remember when I was younger, I would see people working in tree pits or like parks. And I was just like, I always just thought that this was nothing that was in my reach. So I was just like, wow, like what a dream. So when I actually started running this program, I was pretty excited because I had maybe seen myself a little bit in these youth. So I made it my mission to go to NYCHA campuses in Gowanus. We have 3, well now it's 2, but previously it was 3. One had turned into Section 8 to do outreach, talk to tenant association leaders and go to community board and stuff like that just to get the word out. And yeah, this picture is from 2020 when COVID first hit, and that was a very difficult year, but I started in 2019. And I think that's all I have to say about recruitment, because I know that that was one of the things that Amy had asked me to focus on. And I can talk, I guess, a little bit more about recruitment is that when I interview these students, it's very interesting and funny almost because a lot of them have never really worked with plants before. Like I remember being like, what's your experience working with plants? And literally one student was like, I've never touched a plant before. And I was like, oh, I was like, that's okay. Like, do you want to touch plants? And they're like, sure. So that's kind of the vibe of the program. It's an exploratory program. You don't have to come in with this immense experience with environmentalism and environmental issues and stewardship. It's an exploratory program. It's meant for you to come and have fun really. And also hopefully you walk away with a larger sense of awareness about your environment. Okay, so about the program. And this slide is a mix of pictures from the 2019 and 2020 year, and like can go. So in the program, it's a 3-month program usually. And about each week or every 2 weeks, we have a theme for the week. In the beginning, we start off with like intros to Gowanus Canal history. I came into the position more like focused on environmental justice issues because I used to do organizing at Uprose and Sunset Park. So we did a lot of intros in the first few weeks. And the first few weeks are still during the spring semester of school, so we're not meeting all that much anyway. It's a lot of like community building, team building exercises, going over our protocols for the nursery, stuff like that. And then we get into the cool curriculum. This is week number 6, I believe, is our stormwater management week. And I know like I logged in kind of late, but when I did log in, I think it was Sakia was talking about the Rain Coalition. And I was there for that event, and that was really cool. We do have a lot of different bioswales in the Gowanus neighborhood. So they would learn about it in like PowerPoint or a little bit hands-on method. And then we go out into the field and apply our skills. And this summer, 2020 was particularly really hot. So I don't think the students were that happy to be in this picture, but here's a picture nonetheless. That's Madison in the middle, Ruth was our gardener on the left, and Alasia was another apprentice on the right. And then we dive into ecosystems week. This is Iris from 2020. We have an in-house aquatic life for Gowanus Canal expert who sets traps in the Gowanus Canal, tries to get little fish and little crabs and maybe oysters that may or may not be alive. And she kind of has a cool workshop showing basically the people like what is in this canal. And every single year they're always like, what? I did not know this existed. I thought everything just died in the canal. And I was like, you are wrong. And then within the same week, we also do like some fun activities that relate to water, like we go canoeing. This is usually their first time canoeing as well. This shot is just of Anthony watering the nursery that we have at the salt lot in Gowanus. Yep, more nursery shots. And then we dive into other things that I think was very important. This is the Zero Waste Management Week. At the salt lot currently, which is our stewardship site, Big Reuse, the compost project does have their composting site. So they had to get in literally with the food scraps and turn like compost pads by themselves and stuff like that. So that was really fun. And then they also went to like Sims recycling facility to learn about the other aspects of zero waste management and recycling. And these are just some more cute pictures of my youth from both years doing the citizen pruner exam and like the test. And we also, what was fun was that because in 2020, everything was shut down and we couldn't follow the curriculum like normal, I had to get really creative and being like, okay, we're going to work here, but we're also going to start doing more meaningful partnerships with organizations around us, such as Red Hook Farms and Prospect Park Alliance, and also the Niger campuses. Here's 2019, 2 youth who went to Red Hook Farms and harvested tomatoes for the first time. So that was really fun. And then, yeah, I'm just gonna go through these pictures. These are cute pictures. This is right after they had a dance battle on site and like at like 10 a.m. I was like, how do you have energy for this? This is for the design and planning week. This was the week that we really went into about gentrification and changes they're seeing in their neighborhood. And this planning exercise was envisioning project and exercise to be like, what is it that you really want to see in your neighborhood? It was a very preliminary. This whole like program is a very like explorational and like exposure type of like program. So we didn't get like too deep into it, but sometimes it got a little deep because you know they actually had to think about their own neighborhoods for the first time in a long time or ever. And it may or may not have gotten a little sad, but it was good in a way. This was our first career panel. To be fair, most of these people are my friends I invited to the career panel. And that was really fun as well, because I literally was just hearing about my friends' lives and their really great careers. Yeah, I think I'm just going through pictures now. And I did want to mention, like, because we started getting more involved with NYCHA gardening projects, like we wanted to start cultivating relationships with NYCHA tenants and tenant leaders. And also most of our applicants come from NYCHA housing in Gowanus. We started collaborating with some gardeners and tenant leaders to work on little garden plots in and around Gowanus houses, mainly in Wyckoff Gardens in Gowanus. And this is them trying to put a plant in. And here's a really cute group shot. And I think this is the last one. This was like graduation from 2019, I believe, when I still had short hair on the right. Oh my God. Like, so that's kind of like an overview of Green Team. Yeah. And I think that's it. Sorry, that seemed a little rushed. I didn't have much time to prepare for this, but I think these pictures are cute and y'all have an idea what Green Team is about.
That was fantastic. Very interesting. I want to go back and do that now.
Yeah, I tried to give them like, I wasn't expecting like all of the students to walk away with this new profound passion for environmental issues, environmental justice. That would be great if that did happen. I mainly want them to have fun and introduce these ideas that can seem very intimidating to honestly like youth of color, like grow up in like low income neighborhoods here, to be like, look, this is something that you can also take a part in. And it's not like you guys have the tools and the knowledge. You just have to know how to, I guess, utilize it and see it in a different way.
That's fantastic.